Hello, it's Emma from the Launch Queen, and I'm going to show you some of my favourite WordPress plugins and what they do for me within my business. So let's just go into the back end of the Launch Queen website. So if you've got a WordPress website, then plugins are amazing because what they do is they allow you to do lots of different things with your website in a very easy way. So there's nothing not to love about that, is there? This first one here is my PowerPress plugin, which is my podcast plugin, and that brings my podcast in over from iTunes so that my podcast becomes part of my blog on a daily basis. This plugin here, Count Per Day, warning, can be quite addictive, but the great thing about this plugin is it gives you your website stats and it gives you the amount of visitors you've had in a month. It gives you lots of information that you can use and take forward with you and use to assess what's happening in your business. So you can see that you've got the latest counts of the 20 most visited posts that you've had in the last 7 days. Underneath, you've also got the posts most visited in the last day, so you can see over the 24-hour period the posts that have been most successful. And you can see with the graph at the top the traffic to your website and how that works on a day-to-day basis, where the peaks and troughs are, when it is most likely that people are going to be online. The blue one is how many reads people have had on the website, and the red one is the number of visitors. Other important information that you can get is where your traffic has come from. So in the last 7 days, most of my traffic has come from mobile Facebook, not regular Facebook, which is down there. And some have come directly in onto the Launch Queen site. You can see the countries of reads that people have come through. You can see the browsers that they use, and you can see all that information at a glance. So you can see, so today the most popular post has been why being cross can be bad for your business. In the last 7 days, the most popular post has been the 50k launch blueprint. So that is Count Per Day, and it gives you a really good idea on what your stats look like and what you can do to improve on them, which posts are going down the best, etc. Another WordPress plugin that I love is WPB2D, which is WordPress to Dropbox. And what that does is that backs up my site every night. So automatically at 3 a.m. UK time, in comes WordPress to Dropbox and automatically updates my Dropbox with everything that's changed on my website so that it's always backed up. Magic Action Box, I'll show you that in action in a minute, but that's a sign up plugin that I use so that people who are on my site can sign up for my 50k launch blueprint, which is on there at the moment. Tweetly is a fab one, and what that does is that it tweets out my blog posts every 2 hours onto Twitter. So every 2 hours a blog post is sent over to Twitter, so I've always got really valuable content going into my Twitter feed, regardless of whether or not I've been on Twitter on that day. And the other one is Flare, and I'll show you that in action as well in a second. That is a social sharing plugin. So let me take you through to the site, and I will show you what some of these are. So this one here is Magic Action Box, and I can put that at the bottom of every single blog post that I want to. I can put it on the bottom of every single page on my website if I wanted to. So that's there, and I can just add that in wherever I want to on my website. So that's an extra call to action for people to sign up and get the 50k launch blueprint, which is cool. And then if I take you over to the blog, I will show you Flare, what it thinks about it. And let's go on here. This is Flare here, and that one's just gone on, so that hasn't got an awful lot of interaction. But if I show you one particular blog that's got, I know has got a lot of traction on it, is this one. It's had 185 flares, so it's been shared 35 times on Twitter. It's been shared 148 times on Facebook. It's been shared twice on Google Plus. Hasn't been shared on Pinterest or LinkedIn or submitted. But these are the things that people can just go in and they can click that. So I could just tweet that now and just press tweet and it'll send it off onto Twitter. I can like it on Facebook. I can +1 it on Google Plus. I can send it straight away and pin it on Pinterest. So it's really easy for people then to share your content and you become spreadable. And you can see as I scroll down, it comes into the sidebar as well, so that I continue to be spreadable as people read the article. And that's another one that I didn't tell you about, but that's Facebook comments. So you can add Facebook comments into the bottom of your blog so that people don't have to give lots of information in order to put a comment on your blog. With my blog, all you have to do is with your Facebook account, you can add a comment. So you can see there, I can just add a comment there onto that blog if I wanted to. And not only do I get to add a comment really, really easily from your user perspective, but also from your perspective, that then shows up on their timeline. So your blog is then seen by more people, which again is great. So they are my favourite WordPress plugins. And it might be that you want to include some of them on your website. If you do, then you just need to go into your dashboard. You need to pop into plugins here and add new, and it'll allow you to go through and add plugins onto your website and enable them from there. So that's a little look behind the scenes of my website and at my plugins. Bye for now.